to start things off. If they could get a couple of goals, get the game, get it locked in. They've only actually scored only 5 goals against the Gentlemates. Archie starts things off, and he has had a fantastic tournament so far.
Yeah, he always seems to. Such a consistent player, and while his play style doesn't need to rely on mechanics, he does have those in his locker. He's got the dunk already. A big beaming smile from Oski towards his teammates as well. So the Gentlemates' fire continues to burn up to this point. Raiseball, though, how pivotal will he be if Made in Brazil are to mount a response?
I think that when it comes to Made in Brazil, the way that Raiseball carries himself in these series is so important. He has been in and out of the RLCS and across all of our tournaments we've had for the last few years, and it's nice to see him back. But there's a couple of players that have never left since bursting onto the scene, Oski being one of them. Large Oscar slams it into the ceiling, heads it home past the ball.
An old-fashioned heat check as well. Put it above the goal line. Can you get that read? No, you can't, Raiseball. I'll follow it up myself. 2-0 easy as you like. For all of Made in Brazil's thoughts about starting the series closely, making sure Gentlemates have to work for every single goal is completely undone.
Falling apart.
As within a minute, they've scored thrice.
Made in Brazil are making an absolute mess of game number 1. Gets beaten to the backboard. Nas gets it round the side of the Made in Brazil defender. As Archie once again can tap it home. 3 in 54 seconds for Gentlemates.
Sorry, MIBR, this is not still the warm-up. We genuinely have started. The starting gun has fired. All of this counts. The mates right now are finding this incredibly easy in the opening minute or so, but a couple of demos come in. Can Astra get something going back for them? Yes, he can. Through the fire and the flames and the smoke, it's 3-1.
Turning it back around is going to be important, and thankfully for them, it only took about 10 seconds from that third goal. A wonderful dive across from Astro. Gets rid of one defender. 2 of them were off the pitch. It was all up to Oski. It's a shame it took them 3 goals to get to this point. But that's a lovely pass from Raiseball central. Ceiling pass again. Go for the double. Sad could fake that instead. Drops it low. A fake, I think, would have been a little bit better. Would have completely caught Gentlemates off guard, because the speed at which MIBR play with is so important towards their success. But it does then leave them vulnerable on the counter. And as soon as Oski gets around the side of Astro, he is the last man back. And Raiseball, even with the horns on his head, does not have enough to defeat the ball.
What I'm saying, mate, I said they should have faked, and if they'd have done that, who knows what would have happened, but this is the reality we live in. Scored from the vast majority of chances that they've had. They've been lethal in front of goal in this one. That's just to make another save. Made in Brazil almost got that goal that went over the top of the Gentlemates defenders' heads earlier. Wasn't able quite to on target this time, and actually this is looking far simpler for Gentlemates than I thought it would be.
At the Boston Major, when these two teams played, and Gentlemates ended up taking down MIBR. Game 1 was 7-0. It was a smashing in the first, but MIBR did bring it back to the 5th game. So by no means
a quarter of the way to winning this series already, making it into that top 8. That's phase 1 complete. They had that tough loss earlier on against Vulcans. Vulcans played well in that game as well. It was a good Gentlemates performance. It's not enough to win.
Well, as Nas said in the pre-game interview, he was saying that it came down to an overtime. We can't really be that mad. Falcons are one of the best teams in the world. Can't be too upset with that. It's a shame that they were on the track to the reverse sweep, so maybe it would have hurt a little bit more having the light at the end of the tunnel that they then couldn't secure. But game 1 here, incredibly decisively, goes the way of the pink suits. And their fans, I'm sure, are going to be erupting very shortly. And MIBR, a lot to work.
Unlucky MIBR. Couldn't even get the second goal to take into game number 2. And it is looking very relaxed, professional and chill so far for Gentlemates. Gentlemates, fewer demos in that first game. So that's another string to their bow they may be able to rely on if Made in Brazil do step their own game up. Gentlemates will be hoping they don't have to. They can just keep doing what they're doing, swanning about, scoring nice goals as and when the opportunities present themselves. Made in Brazil have started game 2 much the better. Remember, as Stumpy mentioned, it was 7-0 in game 1 last they played. It went to 5, and this is following that script.
Huge full setup from Raiseball here. Sad then comes in, fakes out, but Oski with 0 boost on the goal line has to basically irrespect 3 players. Where is one of you going to touch it? And in the end, it does get sunk. Astro
going from the same path. Not able to do anything with it. Made in Brazil. So a little bit of defending now. Archie to the side as he goes for the snapshot. He goes to the backboard instead. There is Oski underneath and Astro. Unfortunate, it's 1-1.
A little bit of ping pong on the goal line, never hurt anybody apart from Made in Brazil. From Oski, down Archie, back onto the post, straight into Astro. Sneaks in the net.
Or as Nas would call it, the version of ping pong where you get the ball over the net onto the other side of the tape. Keep things going here for Made in Brazil, who after conceding haven't collapsed, which is good to see. Very easy to concede 2 or 3 when you concede 1 against a team like Gentlemates. You have to hold your nerve against them. This is Raisball diving into his own half. Nas keeps the ball high, keeps it away from Made in Brazil underneath. They assumed he'd have the reset. When you're as good as Nas, even when you don't get it, it's devastating.
And it looked like he had it here, and so Raisball has to respect it, has to wait and think, and Astro diving, goes for that block because he has boost. Archie can wait, ball is alleviated towards him.
Does remain 2-1 to Gentlemates, and they see this game away. Nas going to prod it forwards. Archie looking up against Raisball and Astro. Astro gets it into the centre at least, but Made in Brazil can't really get hold of the ball, and Gentlemates should be able to finish it. I think the main thing mates do well, aside from the mechanics, right? But the actual
loads of blooming goals.
But the way they do it is they're so good at timing when to go to the backboard. If you leave your backboard open for a second, Gentlemates will always punish. Never really looked like doubling it. That's a good touch though from Sad. Is Raisball able to win this race? No, he's not, because again, in front of their own goal, Gentlemates completely confident and able to deal with the threat. Just going for a pre-jump, not really sure why. I think it's because he knows this game is over. It will be 2-0 Gentlemates. The crowd cheer. I presume we're going to have a tactical timeout from Made in Brazil, but so far we've heard nothing.
I would also presume a lot of good results for them so far, considering that it's 0-0. The amount of saves that they have earned is currently outperforming the offense that Gentlemates can put up. So in the midfield, Oski with low boost, going to want to try and get a 50 against Raisball. Wave dash to gain the speed and then land it with a haymaker.
Yeah, brilliant play from Oski there. Slams it home. He knew Sad was in front of him and Raisball was closing that near post, but you get enough power on the ball and it will make its way in. Come to a little bit of work to get this series or stay in the lead in it. And here comes Nasta up against Raisball, 1v1. He's got Oski to his left, he can get it to him. Sad had tracked. Gonna be Archie into the bottom corner. 1 goal becomes 2 yet again.
We spoke a little bit earlier on about what happens from the backboard, and that time, yes, it goes via the medium of Sad, and Raisball has to dive across, but there was nobody really to challenge and get up in a good position. We're under 2 minutes now as Nas from the ceiling. We've seen a couple of players do that recently, and look at how much pressure can come on from a simple mechanic like that of just getting in the way. Even if it goes laterally, the way the Gentlemates position themselves, a lot better than Made in Brazil. Archie might just fake this instead. It needs to get something on it, taps it down, 3-0 to the mates.
Yeah, I'm not sure where Astro's off to. We underestimated how much power Oski could get off that one, and Archie with an inch-perfect finish. They're laughing about it. Was it nearly saved? Was it going in already? Is that what
I don't think it was going in.
I don't think so either.
I think that Archie was genuinely needed there.
If there's to be any chance of a couple of games at least in this series for Made in Brazil, you'd think that every goal will bring a new breath of momentum. They're freestyling, Gentlemates. They're freestyling and they're scoring. Oh man, that
It's routine. It's routine for Gentlemates. It's going to be 4 in the third. And I said in this series they're 42% shooting percentage, Cole. They are currently the leaders in shooting percentage. They are at 32%. They lead the competition here at the Esports World Cup 2026.
Somehow it falls to Oski. Oski finds himself with breathing room. Up on the pitch, a couple of flicks away. Archie's already up. Could be 1-0, just like that for Gentlemates. I think it's going to be. And they make that look so simple. 3 seconds ago, they were getting a last-ditch save themselves.
And Archie, with a perfect amount of boost spent, gets himself into the ideal position. It's a cheeky double tap, and they can earn and how they can invest back into their own esports orgs, because mates, they are looking brilliant so far with the team that they've acquired.
Yeah, money that will go towards furthering the French scene even further, I imagine, if Gentlemates can play more, but there's still a chance here for Made in Brazil. They get the equaliser. Oski's having a little bit of a giggle, and Archie, but I think they need to take Made in Brazil slightly seriously still. They're very much a team that can punish them.
I think Gentlemates are. I think that even though Made in Brazil, they went ahead and game number 2. You know, Oski and Archie having teamed previously. Oski and Nas being a team for a little while now. Archie dropping it mid towards their team in particular. Calls Oski into action though, and throws everybody on the pitch there for a second. Was low on boost. Oski, chance to bang it home, and bang it home he does. Gentlemates, a late lead that could well send them through to the quarterfinals.
Yeah, Nas slams that ball towards Oski, and between them they shove another nail in that coffin. There is still time for Made in Brazil.
Made in Brazil need to do something that they've been unable to do this entire series so far, and that is to score 2 goals in a game against Gentlemates, and that would just be to earn an overtime. Oski wants to make sure it's shut down before then. In the corner found is Nas. As we enter the final 10, the Bull wants to clear it as far as possible. They know their key is on the line, and that ball is over it. Gentlemates will be going through to the playoff quarterfinals.
It's a goal that sums up the series, really. Didn't have to do too much. Keep batting that ball away like a cat playing with some string until eventually there will be a path towards your opponent's goal. Gentlemates have played this one perfectly. The brain of Snasky saw them through. Archie waits on his goal and he has had enough. Get rid, get it down. Series 1, 4-0, one of the most comfortable 4-0s between two teams that could be of a similar caliber that you will ever see.